Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kip TF2, Kip TV, Kip everything. I'm Kip, but I am not the only one here today to bring you this awesome match. I am joined by my friend. Friend, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nyte. I'm from England, Oxford, in fact. I play Spy for It's All About the Givers, and I'll be casting with Kip today.
Yay, so thank you so much for joining me, Nyte. He's going to help me with some Spy stuff, because all I know about Spy is that I do not play it. Alright, so we are on Upward, which Kip TV has been a little Upward heavy lately, but that's okay, because Upward is an amazing map. So we are watching a match between, or I think it was a scrim, maybe it was a match between Osmoz and Covenant of the Ark, and this is on the Wireplay League, so we are excited to bring you some Wireplay action because I don't think that gets enough coverage, which is what people have been telling me, so I'm happy to be bringing that to you guys.
I didn't even know it existed, so there you go.
See, silly. Aren't you glad you're learning things here on Kip?
You learn something new every day. It's amazing.
It is. Indeed. So here we go. Match is starting. Jolex, this red soldier, goes down to a headshot. A lot of action going down on the cart, but neither Uber has been popped. It looks like Oz is keeping their medic in spawn right now, preserving that Uber, which is always a good idea. Meanwhile, Anubis has lost his heavy. Anubis is the red medic. He is falling back to his engineer, who is expertly wrangling that sentry. So that's Blue is making some nice headway there. They got ×3 on the cart, actually ×4 at some points. But they're spy checking as well, so that's some good pyro work right there. Oh, here comes the blue Uber though, and since all of blue was on, or the red Uber, and since all of blue was on the cart, they scatter very quickly.
Indeed.
Here comes the blue Uber though, and popped in retaliation, trying to find the sentry. They eventually do, but the sentry's got such a good height advantage. Oh, but he wasn't wrangling it. So Martin Biter's sentry gun does go down. And so there's only 2 up now for red, so they just did get some spawns. So blue is going to be able to push easily through this tunnel.
Just the pyro and the sniper do not make a good defense.
No, not so much. Although the sniper is trying to knife down the spy. I don't think he's able to get him. We're seeing an interesting energy setup here from Martin Biter, who, interestingly enough, is from Evil VIP, so I guess he was just a ringer for this match, so that's nice, but we've seen him before in Kip TF2, or Kip TV. Why can't I remember the name of my own channel?
Words are hard, it's okay, he'll forgive you.
Thank you, see, this is why I like having you. Okay. Anyway, we see the blue Uber popped, the gun does go down. Martin Biter is trying to get something else up in this usual upward spot, but he is not able to.
Red now have their Uber, so probably looking to see a counterpop.
But Anubis goes down before he's able to pop it, so that is not going to happen.
What did he go down to? I didn't see.
I didn't see either, but definitely there's his dead body. Looks like maybe a backstab.
I had my cam on him, but he just kind of fell over dead, so...
maybe heart attack?
Heart attack.
Yeah.
I have an Uber out! Damn.
Yeah, I just got too excited. But he was rocking the Vitasaw, so he did preserve about 20% of that Uber, so he's rapidly building. So that's going to be good for red, and they're already having pretty nice Uber advantage over blue. But this wrangled mini was doing some crazy work that's missed the blue engineer. He's got some nice setup right here going. He's got his dispenser, and then oh, it goes down. Never mind. Never mind. Alright, so Martin Biter's all set up now. He's got his level 3. He's wrangling that, so he's in a nice position right here. Here comes... Red does have their Uber again. And I wonder if they're going to push out or play defensively.
I'm on the spy cam here, and Perkins, the red spy's creeping up behind.
Yeah, he does manage to take out the sniper. Here, both Ubers are popped. And Blue is trying to get in there. The Soul, this blue spy, takes down Martinbiter, the engineer, so the energy stuff goes down very easily. Red is not able to stop this push. It looks like Blue is going to be easily able to cap this second point.
And down goes Pandemonium, one of the Pandemoniums, there being two, making things easy.
Yes, we have a... Oh, it looks like one changed his name, so...
Okay, so they decided to be nice to us, that's
yeah,
good.
that is nice. Interesting...
Yeah.
We saw a nice strat right there by Oz. Everyone abandoned the cart and left it for the scout to push. So Blue is now pushing up as much as they can, finding a lot of resistance from Red, though. Red has a nice presence, not so much built defense yet. Martinbiter is working on his sentry gun. Uh-oh, I see a blue spy, though. Martinbiter, there's a spy behind you. Oh, God. He does get caught out, so Soul is not able to do too much damage. He is still alive, though, so watch your back, Red.
Escapes with his life.
Yes.
Handy dandy invisibility watch.
The see-through, yes.
But he's taken down by the soldier.
Ah.
So Blue have their Uber, Red do not quite. They're about to get it. Yep, now begin.
So Blue does pop the Uber, Red pops in retaliation, but Red is being blown all over the place by the Blue Pyro, who's doing some nice distraction work. He does eventually go down. Blue Medic also goes down, so that was a nice retaliation pop from Red. Success. Pretty good success there. Managing to stave off that push and then also take down the Medic.
Soul, the blue spy, is way behind, almost by Red's spawn at the moment, so let's stay on him for a bit and see what happens.
Looks like he's got caught out. Yeah, and he does indeed go down.
Yeah, and down he goes, yep.
So this is an interesting little pause right here. I don't normally see this delay in action right around here for...
Yeah, it's an interesting place for it to sort of stymie. Strange.
Yeah. Usually Blue is able to push this easily out, and Red just isn't able to get up a good defense, but Red has been able to here, which is admirable. They've managed to put a lot of their people, which is really important, and Blue has not been able to take this upper ground, which is, of course, so important in all defense. Pandemonium getting some nice stickies down and taking out that guy. Oh, I remember this guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I never found out either. The blue demo.
Yeah, I think I've played lobbies with him in the past. You just kind of roll with whatever you think, I reckon.
I'll just call him Dak or something. Alright. So again, we're just kind of stalemating here in this very unusual position. I don't know what
Vanishing position, the sniper getting a nice headshot on the blue heavy.
But then he gets backstabbed by Soul, so karma. Karma indeed.
He's the next... Yeah, let's do that.
So, Martinbiter's sentry gun goes down to Dak, so that's going to be very helpful for Blue's push if they manage to capitalize. And here comes the Blue Uber, so it looks like they definitely are going to. Unfortunately, they do not know Red has the Uber, and Red pops it. Oh, but they're getting blown around by the Blue Pyro again. So Blue Pyro doing some nice sabotage work right there. Eventually does go down, and Anubis and Arg are doing some nice defense work right there. And Blue is, again, not able to push the cart at all. So
it's that slope that they can't get past.
Yep, this slope, of course, the yellow and black lines means someone has to continually be on the cart for it to move up to this next platform. Otherwise, it will roll back down. And of course, we are doing a stopwatch payload, so push the payload bomb thing to the end as fast as you can. Whichever team gets it to the end in 2 rounds faster will win the game. And I'm not sure what's online here for Wireplay. I'm not sure where they are in their season or anything like that. So I should probably do some more research on Wireplay because it appears to be the up-and-coming thing. So
A newfangled league going on here.
yes, and I believe it's European and North American, so. And this is just while we have a lull in the action, as we have for a couple of minutes right now. Do want to do a little bit of history of these teams. They're both played UGC. Oh, Jolux gets in here right by the spawn. Doesn't go down though. Both Ubers
are popped. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't know who popped first. I think it may have been Red popping in.
Spanish Inquisition getting some nice shots, but does go down to Soul, which seems to be his
And Foxy the Blue Medic going down to the Red Scout, whose name is Animal Mother.
So that's a good one. Alright, so finally the card is being pushed. Oh, but here comes Jolix with some nice bombing in and manages to take out a lot of people, but he goes down then to Blue Soldier. So Blue is finally able to get this upper ground. Oh, but they have to deal with this wrangled level 3 by Marnbiter, so some nice work getting that up by the Red Engineer.
Medic goes down to a backstab. Blue Medic.
Ooh, never good.
No.
So even as Blue is able to take this ground, looks like they are being pushed back now, and Red is getting that ground back, so... And it looks like Marnbiter...
getting headshot.
Oh. Marnbiter wants to bring his Wrangled 3 up close to the edge. In the previous position he had it, which is working very nicely, it looks like.
He only just managed to stop it from exploding, but he did so nicely, so that worked out for him.
Indeed. So it looks like we're gonna rewind to where we were about 5 minutes ago. Oh, but the sentry gun does go down to some nice stickies by Dak.
And Red have Uber, but Blue do not, thanks to that spy pick. But Blue are close, so it's...
Yes, they do manage to get it in time, and again they Uber the Blue Pyro, who's not able to do a lot of damage, but just basically harass that medic heavy combo.
Yeah, I can't help feeling that would be fine if they were on defense, but on offense it's just not working out.
Yeah, they're not doing a whole lot of damage, which again is, you know, what you need to do. You need to take down the players before...
They do finally have time to see on the card though, so...
Yes, alright, so finally they're able to make that cap. 11:32 is their time, which is not good.
Could be a lot better there.
Yes, that's a fairly adequate time for the entire map, but they still have one last point to get, and this last point can be a real bummer to get if Red manages to set up a nice defense, which it actually doesn't look like they have right now. Marnbiter was pushed so far forward, he's not able to get anything going for this last point. He's just now starting to build. So we'll see how that... looks like he's getting spammed now, so Sentry Gun does go down. Blue is in a nice position here, it looks like, to push, but they just need to get on the cart. Don't forget about the cart, guys. Both Ubers are popped. Again, Blue decides to go for the not so much seen Ubered Pyro, which works. They take down both the medic and the heavy, so this would be the good time to push. They do have times 2. Well, they did.
But Anubis goes down as well to the spy, yeah. So they need to push now, I think, definitely.
Yes, there is that level 2 gun up, but it is not
Only
wrangled.
3 players. 3 players in level 2 should not stop that cap. But
it looks like it's going to.
Yeah, now they've got their spawns back, and they might be able to hold on to this.
See, they have 4 minutes, 25 seconds about to hold this last point. And they're just Red right now, that is Covenant of the Ark, is right now setting a nice time for setting something up for their push. They'll have a lot of time to get a push. Right now, actually, we see Marnbiter being harassed by the spy. He does manage to do it, so there's an epic NG spy battle.
Yep. On like 10 health, maybe.
Yeah, very close indeed. Blue is all hovered or what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, they're
Chilling?
all behind. Yes, behind this corner, which is a very usual setup to have. But they're getting spammed like crazy now by red. Both Ubers are up, so it looks like blue's gonna want to take in this Uber. They need to find something soon. They pop it way too fast, way too early though.
Yep, there's no real incentive
And
to pop at that point.
oh, but meanwhile, the Ubers are fighting back, and the scout is able to sneak in and push the cart very close. Eventually does get caught up by the other scout. And that is Animal Mother, so Animal Mother takes down Coil, the blue scout. But that gun...
Is wrangled sentry.
Yeah, that's gonna stop any push right now. They need, in order to get this going, blue needs a nice spy pick or something to take that gun down. Not looking great though. Blue engineer was trying to get some some sneaky mini sentry action going down, but that was discovered and promptly taken out. So 2 minutes left. Even if Oz can cap this, it's not looking good for them at all. Right now, Covenant of the Ark is looking very strong in their defense, so you can only imagine that their offensive push would be as strong as well, but you know, that's kind of assuming a lot.
Yeah. I think Oz fatal. There we go. Language is good. Fatal mistake was not pushing when Covenant of the Ark were 2 up and had nothing except a gun. But they didn't push. I mean, it's easy to just sometimes miss the fact that there's nobody there. That's a bit unlucky to miss that, but that would have been their chance, I think.
Are you a Redditor?
Not much. I have a Reddit account. I can't say I read it much.
Okay. Well, there was this interesting thing on RTF2 the other day about points and how in sixes often classes and Uber advantages and things like that will be assigned points, and if there's a certain amount of points, if you have a point advantage or anything like that, your team will push. And so we're seeing actually the red push up right now with an Uber. But then how this can be adapted to Highlander use. And I think that would have been a good instance of saying, like, okay, they're down so many people. They do have this sentry gun up, so that's like 2 points or something like that. But you have the Uber advantage, so it's another 2 points or something. So if you run the math, it would have been an excellent time to push. But they unfortunately did not have that.
Speaking of Uber advantages, because of Red's pop in, Blue do have an Uber advantage. I think they should get it before the end of the round, so they might still get a cap, but it won't be a good time.
Right, so...
Looking probably at upwards of 5 minutes in addition to the 11:32, so 15 minutes at least time, I think.
Yeah, so here blue Uber does get popped, sentry gun does go down, but they're not getting the players right now. Red is able... Oh... Red Pyro on the point doing some crazy work, and now the stickers are going down. Blue is not going to be able to cap this at all. Red Uber's popped just in time.
To save that cap, indeed, yeah.
Yeah, and although we're in overtime, it's... How did Martin Biter get a level 3 up so fast? Wow.
Magic. Engineer magic.
Yeah, engineer magic. I wish I had some of that. So there we go. Oh, I didn't see the time. What was the time on that? 1,000,000 minutes? We'll go with that.
Well, it was 11:32 for 3 points, so because they didn't cap. So.
Ah, right. There you go. So in order, I'm actually not sure what's going on right now. Looks like they had some config problems.
Yep,
so
because they are 3 points up, which shouldn't be happening if they had the right config on.
Yes.
But, you know.
Well, we don't want to watch comment on nothingness, so we will be back when they are back. Okay. Alright, we are back with... I'm not even sure. This is the second half of the first round, I think.
I don't think so. I think we've only had one This is the second half of the first round. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Okay. All right. So
good.
coming into the Ark is going to be pushing, and Oz will be defending, and hopefully Oz can get a really good defense going, because right now all coming into the Ark has to do is cap the entire thing, or cap the third point in less than 11 minutes 32 seconds.
Indeed. This should be interesting.
It will.
I must confess my hopes are not high at this point for ours, but we shall see what happens. They're all kind of stood up on the hill. They're not really...
Yeah, they're very back position, so it looks like they're kind of conceding a lot of this first ground to Covenant of the Ark, so we will see how that works. Right now, just Engineer pushing the cart, which I love to see. Yeah, there's some spam coming down, but really not a whole lot of red presence here trying to stop the cart.
I think not a whole lot is an overstatement. There is just nothing.
No, I
Nothing's
saw there is some stickies and some pills.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
see, yeah.
Oh, a scout's on the cart now.
There we go. So there, some pressure coming out. Nobody's died yet though, because nobody is really engaging. Okay, finally we got some action going down. Arg and Anubis, as a heavy medic combo for blue, is pushing up, doing some damage here on the right. Oh, but Anubis goes down. He drops his Uber. That's going to be big for blue's push. So that was unfortunate. I believe it was a body shot by the sniper from red. So blue's able to cap while the level 3 Wrinkled Sentry is still up, actually. It actually runs out of ammo and is spammed down by Jolex, the blue soldier. So not a great defense by
No, I don't know what they're going for at this point. Have they not realised that they have to stop them from pushing the cart? I don't know.
Although we did have a lot of weird intermission between the first and second half of this first round, so maybe they just lost the flow of the game, which is very easy to do, I feel like.
Yeah.
Just to kind of forget what you're doing. You're like, oh wait, we want to stop them, not just, mess around like we've been doing in between rounds.
Yeah.
But Martin Biter is on the cart doing his crazy injury work, so props to Martin Biter just being really aggressive
so he does
engineer.
get killed, as you say that.
I know, but still. I always appreciate when NGs are on the cart pushing, setting up sentries every chance they get. It amuses me. And pleases me.
Jolex forces the pop.
Yes, nice pop right there. Red is not going to be able to do a whole bunch with this, and that's going to give blue a nice Uber advantage. Perkins, the blue spy, just went huge. I don't even know where he is.
I'm afraid I don't either.
Well, I guess that's good if he's a spy. We not know where he is. Here comes blue combo, taking down the sentry. This is going to be very nice cap time. 2 minutes 48 seconds for 2 points for Covenant of the Ark, and they are rolling. All they have to do is cap this third point in about 9 minutes.
Rolling. Sorry, it was too tempting.
No, please continue. Please.
I think we'll get back to the game now.
It sounds like a good idea. Yeah, blue's pushing up very nicely. This is what Oz was not able to do the first round. Their first push was take this higher ground and really stop any red presence up here. So right now it is all blue up here. There's actually there's some red going on. Oh, Anubis lost his heavy. Oh no, he didn't. So there he goes. Uber's popped. They're able to hook up heavy medic combo, doing some nice damage.
They're out of position, so they didn't really. I mean, they popped to kill people, but I think there must still be a sentry up somewhere.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like they're going to need to worry about that last point at all, because they are so close to capping right now, and it's going to be definitely less than 11 minutes 32 seconds. So
they'll probably cap the whole thing at this rate in faster than 11 minutes 32 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. That was 4 minutes 5 seconds. That is very quick.
Let's see, they're calling GG, GR, GHAF. Not sure what's going on right now.
The team will have another half with Oz starting on defense again.
That sounds correct. So we'll be back for that. Alright, and we are back with the second round of this fun match between Covenant of the Ark and Osmoz. And I don't think I mentioned it before, but this is a game between two very excellent teams. Covenant of the Ark became in UGC Silver 3rd place, and Oz, which we saw on KIP TV bait out, it's all about the Gibbous for UGC Steel Champions in a European league. So these are some very experienced and talented teams, I would say.
Indeed. There was a very close game between Oz and Gibbous, but I haven't actually seen Covenant of the Ark play before, so they seem to be very strong. I mean, they obviously beat out Oz in the first round of this.
Yes. It looks like both demos are back to oh no. There were two pandemoniums again, but they just enjoy messing with us. Alright, so this is Covenant of the Ark's turn to set the time. And if they do anything like they did their last push, it should be a fairly good time. That's what I'm expecting, at least. I don't know. What did you see in the first round that makes you think, yeah.
Covenant of the Ark's push was very strong. I mean, Oz chose to sit up on the hill, which is what they're doing again now. I don't know what the thinking is behind that, but Covenant's first push was very, very quick, thanks to that, in part at least.
Mista, the red engineer, goes down, so that is going to take down his gun very, very easily. So that's pretty much guaranteeing this first cap and a very good time for Covenant of the Ark. Yeah, I really don't understand Oz's positioning here. Looks like they are just waiting to give up that first part.
I saw Oz's demo put a neat little sticky trap in some of the rocks. I don't know if that got anybody, but I don't think that would be a valid enough reason alone to warrant staying so far back. But
yeah,
that's what they do, so.
Perkins actually going big and taking down the medic and heavy for Oz. So Oz does not have a lot up right now in terms of defense, and Pandemonium for Covenant of the Ark, along with his Pyro, pushing forward and trying to secure some ground for their team to cap the second point easily, which will probably happen. Mini Sentry or level 1 up on this deck part right here, which will probably go down very easily unless Mista decides to wrangle. Yeah. Looks like he is not though right now, probably just getting metal or something. But meanwhile, the cart is just rolling through. Are you gonna sing first again?
No, I think I'll leave it for this.
Okay.
You've had more than enough of a good thing. Too much of a good thing is just.
It's true. Okay, so meanwhile, the cart is rolling, and so is Covenant. Their Uber comes in, just wipes out all Red's defense. And
2:14, a very nice time for just the 2 points.
Yeah,
so
that's
far, so.
Very impressive, especially considering Oz's first round. So it looks like Covenant is in a nice position right here to set a very fast time and potentially take this game.
Yep, though Oz do have a rather large Uber advantage, 100% to about 50. So we'll see if they can at least hold it off for a bit. What they don't want to do is, down goes Anubis, the blue medic. So the advantage is even bigger. At this point, you usually want to pop in with Anubis, since Anubis is only up now with 19%. So, but Oz is going to just hold on to it, I think, at this point.
Yeah. We'll see what. I don't think Foxy was the medic for their UGC team, or at least the map I casted. But here the Uber is popped. Trying to push forward, not really finding a lot to kill. Taking down a sticky trap, but you know, when you're Uber, that doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. Don't know what the thinking was behind that pop. I don't think they were pressured or anything, they just decided to pop in. Oh, and down go Dak and Foxy. A couple of nice rockets from Jolex.
Yeah, Jolex is a very strong soldier. We've seen him do some nice work. Not surprised if he's had some sixes experience, because he did do some nice bombing on the medic to pressure him earlier.
And he's top fragging at the moment. Not that it means that much so far, since top frags is 13 points, but still. So Blue have a huge advantage, which they're going to push in with now. They've popped, not really finding much. Pyro doing a good job of pushing them back.
But Pyro can only do so much, and Blue does fall back. Oh, but Anubis is taken down.
Yes, indeed.
Was not able to get back enough and was caught kind of out of position there. So that is going to be a nice advantage for Red, but only if they push with that Uber or decide to do something with it. I'm actually pretty interested that neither team has decided to go with crits.
Yeah, it can be nice to go crits, especially, I mean, initially it's good to get an Uber up in the setup time, but after that, once both Ubers are popped and if you go down as a medic, it can be good to change to crits, I think. But clearly, they didn't really want to do that.
Yeah, and especially, Foxy is down now, so advantage goes to Blue.
I didn't see that happen.
I
yeah.
did not either.
60% advantage.
So that's...
Because Foxy is not using the Vidasaur. I don't know why you wouldn't use it. But he's not, so...
I feel like that's a pretty controversial thing, or a contentious subject, using the Vidasaur versus the Ubersaw. I always loved the Ubersaw, but I only played one competitive match as medic.
Yeah, sure. The Ubersaur is really good in pubs. It's fun, like Uber chaining and that kind of thing. But in a competitive environment, I think, in my opinion, the Vidasaur is so much stronger because you can go down and you only have to build 80% compared to 100%. So that was a good time. 5:33 on the clock for.
Excellent time.
Very, very good, very strong time. We'll see if Oz can pull anything out of the bag for this, but
yeah, they're definitely gonna have to do something different, because their previous strategies have not been working very well. We'll see what kind of setup Martin Biter decides to go with. He's got the luxury of all of his lots of teammates suiciding for him, so he's got lots of metal to pick up and.
Always kind.
Always kind. Love that so much. But he's doing the similar position to Mista.
It worked out very well for him. Not so much for Mista last round. It worked out very well for Martin Biter in the first round.
Right. And the difference, I think, was because Oz was keeping all their players back here, whereas Martin Biter had his players pushed up, as we see right here, which is what they're doing. So I think that could be the difference maker right here in this.
The really nice defense. The really nice thing about having the sentry back there is that as a spy on upward, it's very easy to get behind here and, for example, take out the teleporter, because that's a very popular teleporter location they've got there. And if you've got the sentry back there and the engineers hanging around back there as well, then it becomes that much harder to get the teleporter down. And teleporters are so big, especially in Highlander, that it's obviously in Highlander. Don't know why they'd be big in sixes since nobody plays in sixes. That's just me.
You never know. I've seen some interesting teleporter stuff in sixes. Looks like Perkins is on the cart, but he gets called out. Does manage to take down Coil, the scout, which will do a little something. Here comes the red Uber, though. Looks like it was not provoked or anything. Not sure why they decided to pull it out, but it is doing some crazy damage, so well done there for Anubis and his heavy, watching this soldier bomb in Kapow, and he was able to do some nice work and stay alive for a while, so that was actually kind of fun to watch. Here comes...
Yeah, he got quite a few players, and he wouldn't go down.
Yeah.
Sometimes happens.
Pesky soldiers.
And Foxy just dropped the Uber.
Oh, ouch. Yeah, that is gonna hurt. Both medics down right now, but of course Anubis, continuing our conversation from earlier, is rocking the Vidasaur, so he does have that 19%, which gives him a pretty significant advantage over Foxy right now. And he's building, whereas Foxy isn't. I'm not sure. Foxy, was alone, so Anubis is going to have a nice advantage.
For example, that's a point where it could have been good to switch to crits where both medics are down, and you know that it's likely you can just get like a demo in with a crit sticky and take out. Especially on payload. I mean, payload has that propensity to making players stand around a certain place, which means that crit stickies do a lot of work. But I'll stick with the regular one.
Yeah, so Anubis now has the Uber. Not sure if they're going to want to push in with this. I would suggest doing it, because why not? I mean, they have such an advantage right now. And just but Anubis goes down.
Backstab. Soul backstabs and the heaviest headshot. So that is a major dent in the defenses there. Nice teamwork.
Yeah. But Ravder, the Red Pyro would get in there, and a nice defense of the cart. If I could use words, but sometimes they're hard. Anyway, so he's
a little bit early again, I think. I don't know, probably provoked by something. They do, however, get the sentry, and Dak also takes down the dispenser, which is so important.
Yeah, I think that the role of the dispenser is very underestimated, because it gives you health, it gives you ammo. If you have a level 3 dispenser, you basically will have a level 3 sentry in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
But here comes the blue cap of the 3rd point, so that is, they are rolling, but not as significantly,
it'll be tough to pull out 2-minute time from here. 2 minutes for 2 points is possible, but...
It is, but considering what we've seen... what we've seen of Covenant's defense is not boding well for Oz to cap this, or to pull out this round. We're gonna watch the Perkins cam real quick. He is trying to get behind lines. Might be able to. Always love some good spy picks. Of course, you probably do too, right?
Oh yeah, I was in the lobby yesterday. It was pretty fun. Obviously, lobby's not quite the same standard, but I got a 3 gain on medic, soldier, heavy, which was fun. So, but it was a slightly dodgy lobby, and the whole game, it was on CotA, one of the new maps for UGC. The whole game we couldn't push past middle, which was fascinating, but also difficult.
I like you use the word fascinating. Frustrating was what I would go for there, but yeah, each to his own. Yeah, I think I have about like 2 hours of Spy played, so I love watching it though. So much fun.
Speaking of, on the Soul cam here, kind of hanging around at the back, coming behind, and he's gonna get the engineer pick.
Ooh.
On.
That's gonna be big.
Artbiter, sapping the sentry, and the dispenser, and getting away with his life as well. So very nice play from Soul there.
Yes, and only 3 up now for Red. 29 seconds though. I don't think that's physically possible. Maybe with overtime. We have seen Wireplay does do overtime, whereas I think UGC does not in payload. Of course, they do have 5 on the point right now, or the cart right now. They need to be securing this forward position rather than piling on the cart. Red is the spawns. I don't know.
Uber's popped. It doesn't look like it. Nope. Oh. I don't think there is an overtime because it's a stopwatch timer. So.
That's true. All right. So there we go. Covenant of the Ark taking this match very handily.
Very handily.
Yeah. Definitely had some good times there, and good defense. You know, I give this all up to Martin Biter. He had some good stuff as NG.
Yeah, he did. He did very intelligent sentry positions and good wrangling. Always good.
Yeah. Also Perkins, second fragger in the on his team. So both actually spies were second.
Both spies second fraggers.
So yeah. So the excellent spy work right there. So we did see some huge picks. So. Yeah, so thanks a lot to, who sent this in? Anubis sent this in, so thank you for sending this in. Love to see more Wireplay stuff to bring attention to that league. And of course, if they do Highlander, they're okay with me. All right, well, I'd like to thank Nyte for joining me in this fun cast of Upward. Is there any shout-outs?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for inviting me on. Shout out to let's say shout out to Johnny Murloc Johnny, who's been on here a couple of times.
Yes, let's always shout out to Murloc Johnny.
Always.
Always.
Permanent shout out. Thank you very much for having me on here. I don't know, maybe you'll let me back sometime.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Seems how much you'll pay me. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me on Kip TV. And for everyone out there, remember to subscribe and follow me on Twitter and streams and etc. like that. Also, real quick reminder, if you are a North American Highlander player, you should really check out It's All About the Gibbous North American Highlander team. I will have the link of whom you can contact in my information. So looking forward to that and upcoming UGC season. So thanks so much for joining me and have a good day, guys.